Hi, my name is Jeff Plate. I'm the founder of the Asbury Park Brewery. Beer is something that I've had a love affair with from a pretty early age. Honestly, my first career was as a musician. I started playing music in Asbury Park when I was around 12, 13. I didn't start drinking beer then, but as my career progressed, it was mainly in bars and around different events, and basically in the 90s when the craft beer movement really started taking off is when I was coming of age and started getting into different beers. And it was something that I was really interested in the production of too. It just seemed really interesting how it was made, and it's always kind of been like a hobby or passion of mine. Asbury Park, has always been my home, and it's always attracted me back because of the artistic community, the musician community. Those are my people, and there wasn't really anywhere else that I would want to open a business. I looked at every single building in Asbury Park when I wanted to open the brewery, like every single one, and this space, without getting too hippy dippy with it, it really I walked in it and I said, this is where the brewery should be. It is tucked away. One thing people have said is it's kind of hard to find, but it's an industrial space. The space was already really cool looking. All we kind of did was just put a brewery in here. So our brewery, we have a 20-barrel brew house. We have 3 40-barrel fermenters. We have an 850 square foot drive-in cooler. Since we self-distribute, we need a lot of cold storage space for our kegs while we're putting customers together and getting them out for deliveries. And then we have a tasting room. Our tasting room is about 2,000 square feet. It was actually, the structure was already here. It was an old machining shop back from the previous tenants. So we left a lot of the original industrial vibe in here. We made our own furniture out of the pallets that our equipment was shipped on. We made our own, light fixtures out of crepe board, and the bar is made out of corrugated metal that was left here, and poured concrete on the countertop. The concrete we bought, but everything else basically was kind of found, repurposed, or reused.
We go out on our bicycles all over Asbury, and Troy's like, we each picked a place to go to tonight, and Troy wanted to come here. So we're pulling up and we're like, oh my God, it's a little scary. We went in the back way on our bicycles. It's all dark, and we get inside, and it's really cool.
So this is my first time here, first time checking it out, and I think the place is fantastic.
Oh, it's nice.
Very much love this space. I like the feel that it has here.
I enjoy coming to places like this. I always drink local beers whenever I can.
The artwork on the wall, love it, yeah.
Jeff here, the owner of the brewery, was kind enough to sponsor our men's league hockey team. Now he's the sponsor of the finest team in the Red Bank Armory men's league.
So to me, Asbury Park has really always been about, a couple things. Primarily music, because that's been my experience here. There's been so many great venues, that have opened and closed throughout, my lifetime in Asbury Park. And hand in hand with those was kind of a good time, which involved drinking beer, for me at least, and most of my friends. Beer, music, the beach, these are all, extremely important parts of my growing up and into my adulthood, and that really typifies what Asbury Park is, I think, to a lot of people.
My boyfriend and I fell in love here, and we've never left. We bought a house here, and just every day there's a new restaurant, there's a new brewery, there's a new place to see. We love it. We love it here.
Oh, I love Asbury Park. When I was in college, actually, I was living in Avon by the Sea, and I used to come up here all the time and hang out. And it's actually changed a lot. That was about 10 years ago, and it's changed a lot in the last 10 years. So it was exciting. We took a walk around, and we got to see all the new storefronts and everything that's been a part of the economic growth of the area.
We were just talking about on the way here, me and my buddy, when we grew up right next door to this town, it was a ghost town. We never thought it would be like this. So it's awesome for us to be able to come out in Asbury.
So, I grew up here. I've seen Asbury come up in the last 15 years, and it's been an amazing renaissance. And I think that the businesses that are succeeding will continue to succeed, and people are enjoying the fact that they can come here and enjoy the great city of Asbury Park.
It's a music town, and to top it off, it's going to be a good beer town too.
Yes, I'm definitely a beer drinker.
I love beer. Avid beer drinker. Love it. All different kinds of styles, stouts, IPAs. They're all great.
So yes, I guess I would consider myself a beer drinker.
Yes, getting to be more of a beer drinker. I wasn't, but I'm getting there.
Yes.
I just think it's summertime and I like a cold beer on a hot day.
I think that mainstream beer drinkers are starting to diversify their choices. They want to drink craft. They want to try local.
I grew up in Munich, Germany, but once I came to America, I found that American beers, Budweiser, that just didn't do it for me. But then I discovered the IPA movement and the home brewing movement.
But at the same time, a lot of the offerings on the craft beer market are, very complicated recipes, very high alcohol content, extremely hoppy and bitter. But to me, for the average person that comes to Asbury Park during the summer, they want to try something local, and I don't really want to scare them off.
I was definitely a light beer drinker, so I never considered myself a beer drinker. But now I will drink IPAs and I will drink stouts. I'll at least give them a try.
My favorite beers are very simple recipes. Rather than adding a bunch of different kinds of hops in high volume, I prefer to focus on, the really delicate flavors from the grain and get a really high quality malt, because malt really should be the foundation upon which a beer is built, not hops. So I think that's a little bit different than what's going on in American craft beer right now, and will set us apart and kind of has set us apart already, even though we're still, young.
This is a very good beer. I like the two styles, the lager and the XPA. Those are my favorites.
Oh, I love the beer here.
I love the beer. I've been drinking the XPA since they put it on Brick Wall.
Every one of these beers in the flight, we love.
Not being a big porter person, I actually really enjoy their porter as well.
This is my first time having their amber ale. It's the amber, right? Yeah. The lager, I'm sorry, the lager. I've been drinking.
Yes, I tried the ale. Yes, there were 4 choices, and I did the second one. He said it was like a Sierra Nevada, so I chose that one, more of a lighter beer. So it's crisp and refreshing. This is like a commercial. All right.
I've just had an opportunity to try all the beers behind me, and they're great. The XPA, the lager, the stout, they're all fantastic. The space is amazing. I think they've done a fantastic job here. It's going to be a big success.
Thank you very much. I'm Jeff Plate from Asbury Park Brewery, and you're watching APTV.